We got baseball in Moorhead, Minnesota, as the Spuds, red hot offensively, welcome in the Bismarck Century Patriots. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tommy Fox, coming to you live from Matson Field here on Spuds TV. The Spuds, like I said, red hot offensively. They have scored, let's say, a lot of runs in their first 3 games of the season. First off, they beat Minnetonka 9-4, and Minnetonka is one of the best teams in the state of Minnesota, followed by a split with Bemidji where they scored a total of 28 runs. First game was a 21-13 win, pretty much a football score to be exact, but then they ended up losing 9-7 in game 2. For the Bismarck Century Patriots, they've won 4 in a row, and now they're on a 2-game losing streak, and they will play a doubleheader against Bismarck tomorrow. And on the bump for the Spuds, it'll be Lincoln Marquardt, who has suffered a lot of injuries as of recently, or as of late. And it is grandparents' night here at Matson Field. Marquardt with the wind and the deal, and off we go right down the chute for strike 1. It'll be Andrew Brubakken leading off for the Patriots, sitting at a record of 4-6. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Pulled the trigger a little late, and Marquardt made him look silly. It's 0-2. And Marquardt loves to throw his off speed. Here comes the 0-2. High and away. And it is a windy day, in case you couldn't tell. But the sun is out, so that's all that matters. No rain. Here in Moorhead, we got baseball. 1-2 from Marquardt. Try to get him to bite on the outside. 2-2. Marquardt almost had time. There's ball 3. First base coach telling him good discipline, and it was. From an 0-2 hole to a full count to start the game. Payoff pitch from Marquardt, and a swing and a foul. Brubakken couldn't check his swing. But luckily enough, he was able to foul it off. Six pitch at bats so far. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Blew it right by him. And it's 1 away. And strikeout number 1 for Marquardt. Here's Ben Leduc batting second and playing shortstop. Marquardt is locked in right now as he misses the zone, up and away. This is game 1 of a doubleheader. Oh, 1. Excuse me, 1-0. It's a bunt. Pretty good one. Throw from Marquardt is not in time. Ben Leduc able to get onto first with an infield single. 1 on, 1 away for Bismarck Century. And here's Jason Juma, the second baseman. Slight lead at first for Leduc. Marquardt's got a very nasty pickoff move as that one's fouling out of play. And into the street it goes. The wind is blowing into left field, so for anybody driving near Matson Field, watch out for some foul balls. And here comes the 0-1 from Marquardt. Outside, and the count's even. And as you can hear, wind is continuing to howl. It will stay that way for the rest of the day, carrying into this evening. 11 pitches so far for Marquardt. Runner takes off. Demers looking to gun him down. And Wilson couldn't secure it, and it's a stolen base. Throw was a little low from Demers. So Wilson had an awkward play. And just like that, the Patriots have a runner in scoring position. And a 2-1 count on Juma. In there for strike 2. Marquardt with a little more off speed. Coach Selvey has used him in the pen a lot, trying to get him to work his way back into the starting rotation. 2-2. 3-2, as that one missed the zone high. Cash Weisenberger is on deck. He'll be on the bump for Bismarck Century, and he'll also be DHing. Full count. Swing and a miss. Off speed, got him. Change up from Marquardt. That was nasty. 2 strikeouts for Marquardt, all of them on full count pitches. And there's 2 gone here in the first. And here's Weisenberger. Good frame from Demers. Doesn't get the strike call, and that's 1-0. And Jack Demers told me before today's game, he has to get some singles. And if he has to get them into left field, so be it. Missing inside, it's now 2-0. And he also mentioned that the wind was blowing to left field. And since he's a left-handed batter, that is not in his favor because he's mainly a pull hitter, but he can hit for power. Here's the 2-0 for Marquardt. There's a strike. Marquardt's back in the count. I mean, this Spuds team is young, but they are dangerous, and they show a lot of moxie, as there's a strike again from Marquardt, and the count's even. Looking to get out of the inning. Runner in scoring position, that's LeDuc. 19 pitch innings so far. 2-2. Ooh, that was so close. Marquardt was ready to sprint to the dugout, but the home plate umpire called it just outside, and another full count. This time to Cash Weisenberger. Marquardt strikes him out. Ring him up and sit him down, young man. He strikes out the side as he gets out of the jam, leaving a runner on second. To the bottom of the first we go. Bottom of the first here at Matson Field. No score as Lincoln Marquardt gets 3 Ks after giving up a 1-out bunt. And he is off to a really great start. Let's see how many strikeouts he can get in today's game. And on the bump for the Patriots, it will be Cash Weisenberger. And he's showing that he can throw some off speed and elevate his fastball, as shown right there. And he's going to have to do that against these spud hitters, as they are really disciplined. They're also aggressive at the right time. So Cash is going to have to be locked in here this afternoon. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for both ball clubs. For the Spuds, it'll be Titan Bergeson leading off. He is an absolute stud. Followed by Colin Wilson, Drake Kunza. In the middle of the order will be Colby Asham at the DH, Jack Demers at catcher, Ben Fredrickson at third. And the bottom of the lineup, Reese Boney, Carson Heinz taking over for his brother Carter Heinz, who is out with a sprained ankle he suffered in Bemidji. And it'll be Tay Rich at the bottom of the order as Bergeson hits it off of Cash, and it could not be handled. And first pitch, first base runner for the Spuds. Bergeson hit it off of Weisenberger. And just like that, the Spuds have a base runner on. He's a really fast runner. And LeDuc could not get Bergeson out in time. Bergeson's only a sophomore, and he has shown tremendous talent. And so is this guy, Colin Wilson. Threw a complete game in the home opener against Minnetonka. As he takes a strike to start the at-bat. Pickoff attempt at first is no good. And Weisenberger keeping Bergeson honest. And the Spuds like to steal bases as well. Low in the zone, it's ball 1. Colin Wilson, a commit to the University of Mary. Fouls it back. He'll be going to the University of Mary to play shortstop, and a lot of his teammates were skeptical of the decision as they want him to be on the mound because he is so dominant on the mound. As the pitch gets away, Bergeson was taken off anyway, puts on the brakes, and a stolen base for Bergeson. So that first play of the game will be listed as an E6, as well as an E1, as it was off of Weisenberger. Runner at second, 2-2. And a good take from Wilson. Top shelf from Weisenberger, and it's a full count. Here it comes. Popped up. Almost hit our camera. That would have been some expensive damage there. I thought it was going to hit me for a second. Almost a John Sterling moment, so to speak, when he got hit by a foul ball. 3-2. Take strike 3, 1 away. Went with the fastball. Here is Drake Kunza. At first base, batting third. He can hit for power. Throw back, gets into center field. Ferguson can fly. He'll just take third, and he's 90 feet away. And that'll be an E1 on Weisenberger on the failed pickoff attempt. Coonsey has yet to see a pitch from Cash. Throw to third, that hits Bergeson. He will, of course, be safe, as Joey Kralik could not make the catch and tag him. First pitch to Coonsey is ball one. Coonsey's also very good on the mound. The Spuds have a very unique pitching rotation. A lot of diversity when it comes to pitching. They can have a number of combinations in the pen or just in the starting rotation in general. And it's a 2-0 count as Weisenberger steps off the mound, and there will be a brief mound visit with him and Evan Hummel. And you'd think that Hummel is just trying to get Weisenberger out of his head, as he recently made that error. Coach telling him to have confidence. And that is definitely key in baseball. Baseball is a mental game. And right now, the Patriots are losing that game 3-0. Able to get back into the count for now, and it's 3-1. "12 pitches so far in the inning. And he walked him. Coonsey with great discipline. And out in the field for the Patriots, let's take a look. At first base, Andrew Brubachen. Ben LeDuc at shortstop. Jason Juma at second. Cash Weisenberger, of course, on the bump. Evan Hummel behind the plate. Aiden Johnson in center. Quinn Carlson in right. Joey Kralik at third. And Micah Hummel in left field. Colby Asham steps up, and a big hack and a miss. Wind continues to howl here at Matson Field. Runners at the corners, one out. Another big cut and a miss. Same pitch and a same result. And Weisenberger is starting to find his flow again. Here comes with the 0-2. In the dirt. It's now 1-2. Try to get him with another changeup. Asham last year played catcher, which you really don't see much at all. Selvia has also had him play in left field. And Asham's got a very good arm, so it is a decent fit. Did he go? He did. Couldn't check his swing. There's 2 away. And the second strikeout for Weisenberger. Here comes Jack Demers. Chance to bring in some runs, but he's going to have to do it with an 0-1 count. He's 2 for 11 on the year. He has had moments where he's almost hit home runs as he takes a big cut there, and it's now 0-2. Demers waits for the 0-2. Ground ball to the right side. This should end the inning, and it does. Spuds strand 2 as the play is made at second base by Jason Juma. Cash able to rebound, and it's 0-0 through 1. Top of the second here at Matson Field, no score. Tommy Fox here, Alex Ryan producing. And right now, both pitchers doing well. Weisenberger has 2 Ks, Marquardt has 3. And they both were able to get out of scoring chances for the opposing team. Let's look at Bismarck Century's batting order. Or excuse me, Moorhead's outfield and infield. Drake Kunza will be at first. Ben Fredrickson at third. Tay Rich in left. Or excuse me, Carson Heinz in left. Tay Rich in center. Reese Boney, Ben Fredrickson at third. Jack Demers catching. Kobe Asham at DH. Colin Wilson and Ty Bergeson. Bergeson at short. And Wilson at second. So in case you missed it, that is the outfield for the Moorhead Spuds. Young, but ready to compete. They are already ranked number 1 in Section 8 4A. And for good reason on how they've started this season. Marquardt misses inside on Evan Hummel. One-0 pitch. Inside again, 2-0. And if you did miss the starting lineups for the Patriots, Andrew Brubachen is leading off. Ben LeDuc batting second. Jason Juma batting third. Cash Weisenberger batting fourth. Evan Hummel batting sixth. Strike in there from Marquardt. Aiden Johnson batting sixth. Quinn Carlson, Joey Krolick, and Micah Hummel, the bottom of the batting order for Bismarck Century. 2-1. Missed badly, and it's 3-1. Marquardt trying to battle back. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. Fouled into the netting for strike 2. Towards the end of last season, the Spuds hit a 4-game losing streak, which affected their seeding, and that slump translated into the playoffs where they lost those 2 games, as that is whistled into left field for a base hit. Great piece of hitting from Hummel. And the second hit of the game for Bismarck Century. The wind carried it a little bit, but The rest was sheer power from Hummel. And he's aboard with nobody out. Good way to start the second inning for Bismarck Century. Little curve from Marquardt lands in for strike one. And Marquardt has a very basic arsenal. Fastball, curveball, changeup, as well as a slider, which he has used a couple times in this game. 0-1. Demers with another good frame, but the count's even at 1-1. Still no score on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Top of the second inning. 1-1 count on Aiden Johnson. Center fielder for the Pats. Ripped into left center field. This is trouble. It is down and up to the wall. Rounding third and headed for home is Hummel. He's in there, and it's 1-0 Patriots. That was a frozen rope from Aiden Johnson, an RBI double to get things going for Bismarck Century. Tay Rich started the relay, or at least started the defensive play attempt for the Spuds, but they weren't successful, and neither is that pitch from Marquardt as he's showing a little frustration to the home plate umpire. Pitch to Carlson. That swing had him running. Wow. Facing Marquardt will do that to you, ladies and gentlemen. Counts even at 1-1. Into center, shallow center. That's into no man's land, and it's going to get down. Boney's throw is cut off by Kunza, and there's now runners at the corners with nobody out. Great piece of hitting from Carlson. Just a little bloop shot into center, right center. And all of a sudden, the Patriots threatening with more runs. As Joey Crawlett looks to keep the scoring going for Century. Marquardt misses, and it's ball one. And that hit him. And everything's starting to unravel here for the Spuds. And Marquardt is asking Coach Salvi to come out of the dugout. So hopefully this isn't injury related for Marquardt. Now the bases are loaded with still nobody out. Marquardt hasn't been pitching at full strength, but he's getting his velocity back. And yeah, it is his arm. So we'll see if Marquardt will continue to pitch or if Salvi will have to go to his pen. He's going to stay on the mound for the meantime. He's talking to Drake Kunza. Maybe Kunza is going to come onto the mound next. But it's too hard to tell right now. But what's easy to tell is that Bismarck Century is gaining lots of momentum as they have the bases juiced and nobody out. Here comes Micah Hummel, and Marquard, he's going to be finished. Marquard said that's enough. And you'd hate to see this from a very talented pitcher that has struggled immensely with injuries. And he's going to give the ball to Selvey. We got a pitching change here at Matson Field. We'll be back in a moment. On the bump now for the Spuds, it'll be Carter Olson. He is a tall pitcher, so that could be to his advantage on the bump. Marquard goes 1 full inning, strikes out 3, gives up 1 run, and 4 hits. And it's unfortunate that we have to see him go out this early. Olson has his first pitch outside, and it's ball 1. And it's ball 2. Bases loaded for Century. And they might walk in a run here. 3-0 against Hummel. And it could just be the jitters for Olson as he wheels and deals. There's the strike zone and strike 1. All ducks on the pond for the Pats, 3-1. A great take and a bases loaded walk to make it 2-0 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Johnson walks in, Carlson to third, Kralik to second, and Hummel to first on a walk. Brubachen takes a strike. The least the Spuds can do is limit the damage. They already have the bases loaded. And there's strike two. There you go. Carter Olson trying to get his first punch out of the day. Here comes the 0-2, and that's in the dirt. Good block from Demers, keeping the base runners honest. And it's 1-2. And Jack Demers is just an all-around fantastic catcher. Just all-around great player, and just a great person in general. A life of the party, as they say. 2-2 as Demers with another great frame. One of the things he does best. Counts even 2-2. Now it's 3-2. The count's starting to slip away from Olson. Payoff pitch. And another bases loaded walk. And it's 3-0. Here comes Ben LeDuc. The Pats aren't done. And the answer is almost yes. What a flip from Wilson, and that gets away from Kunza. Another run comes in to score. Throw home is not in time. And just like that, it's 5-0. They get one at second. A tremendous play from Wilson in his second base spot. Runner at second now as there's a big swing and a miss on a changeup by Juma. To the left side and foul. So that'll go as an E6 on Bergeson. Throwing it wide of Kunza. LeDuc is at second. 2 runs score for the Patriots in that sequence. In the dirt, going to third is LeDuc. Not in time. Good throw from Demers. And now he's 90 feet away with an 0-2 count for Juma. Or excuse me, a 1-2 count. It was 0-2 before the wild pitch from Olson. Spuds trying to get out of this inning. They still need 2 outs. And they're going to get one here as Olson sits down Juma. There's 2 away here in the top of the second. Here's Cash Weisenberger. Takes the ball outside. Spuds will play against Alexandria next. Bouncing ball to the left side. Gobbled up by Ferguson. Strong throw in time to end the inning. But a 5 spot put on by the Patriots. A 5-0 lead on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV. 5-0 Patriots here in the bottom of the second. Ben Frederickson rips it into center field and a base hit. The walk-up music didn't even finish playing. That's how fast Frederickson swung the ball. Here comes Reese Boney. Boney to left and a base hit for Boney. Reese trots in to first. 2 pitches, 2 singles for the Spuds. And all of a sudden, they're starting to puncture the hard armor of Cash Weisenberger. Here is Carter's little brother, Carson Heinch. And he has been balling out as of recently, especially defensively. Mainly offense, though, as he takes a ball. And if the Spuds can get a high-octane offense-like inning, it would be huge going through the rest of the game. Little dribbler to the left side and foul. Coach Selby's there to pick it up. And it's 0-1. 1-1. Check that. Counts even. Cash deals. And that's strike 2. Heinz is looking really perplexed. That popped out of the glove of Hummel. Now it's 1-2 on Carson Heinz. Runners on first and second. And that gets away. Frederickson to third. Boney scoots to second. 2 runners in scoring position for the Spuds. Frederickson nearly was caught in a pickle, but he committed and it worked. Spuds have a chance to open the scoring. Bouncing ball right to Cash. Throw to first, and what's the call? They're going to call him out. Carson comes tumbling down the baseline as the tag was applied. First out of the inning as Tay Rich is coming up to the plate. And this kid, I believe, is going to be a stud. He's already a great football player, a half swing for out number 2. Here comes Titan Bergeson back to the plate. Great contact hitter. Just an all-around great hitter in general. Chance to put the Spuds on the board. Skips in the dirt. Hummel able to stay with it, and it's ball 1. "29 pitches in this inning alone. Bouncing ball to the right side. Same way it ended in the bottom of the first. This time 2 runners for the Spuds stranded. The offense not showing up yet. We'll see what happens next for these Spuds as they still trail 5-0. 5-0 Patriots still, as we have gone through 2 innings here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Spuds had 2 runners to start the inning. Fredrickson and Boney both hitting singles. And they were great hits too, but they just couldn't cash in on those 2 base runners, so they came up empty. And it's still a 5-0 game as Carter Olson is back on the bump for the Spuds. That gets behind Wilson. That'll be an E4. Evan Hummel is aboard on the first pitch. That'll be the second error of the game. First one was from Bergeson, now Wilson. Just missing. Here's Aiden Johnson. Had an RBI double his last time up. It was a frozen rope too, so he can definitely hit for power and contact. And being a 6-spot hitter, that is really your job. To hit for power, but also in clutch moments as he evades the inside pitch from Olson, and it's 3-0. It is all Pats so far. 3-0. 4-pitch walk. Runners on first and second with still nobody out, and Quinn Carlson is coming up. Had a single. His first at bat. Takes one inside. And the big question for game 2 is who will be on the bump? Will it be Kunza? Will it be Colin Wilson? Wilson has pitched a lot in the last few games, including a complete game against Minnetonka to start the year. Their first game was originally supposed to be an away game in Sartell, but that got canceled, and Minnetonka came to play on April 20th here at Matson Field, and that was a great way to start the season. A perfect home opener, you could say, for the Spuds, as it's 2-1 on Quinn Carlson. Bouncing ball to Olson, makes the wise decision to first. And there's one away. And that'll advance the runners. So a sacrifice ground out for Quinn Carlson. Almost got away from Demers. Sky high. Boney tracking it down, and that's going to fall right in front of him. A run scores, throw home, caught by Olson, and it's 6-0 Patriots. Wow. This has been an offensive eruption. Joey Kralik, an RBI single, another bloop. And still only one out. In there for strike one. Here's Micah Hummel. He drew a walk his last time up. Big swing and a miss there. Olson throwing a little heat in an 0-1 count. Runners at the corners for Century. Olsen set. 0-2. Just missing. Olsen ready with the 1-2. Skips in the dirt. Back to even now. 2-2. Olsen with the 2-2. Popped up out of play. That pop-up was a beauty. Almost into the same spot as the last one that almost hit our camera. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Olsen got him. And a little more momentum for Carter Olsen. 2 away here in the top of the third. 6-0 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Brubachen fouls it back. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Spuds will be going to their pen. As I believe they have Easton Gross in the pen. Here it comes. Another one low and out of the zone. Still runners at the corners, 2 out. Patriots trying to keep the scoring going. Throw gets wide of Kunza. A run scores. That'll be Johnson. Kralik on his way to third. And an E1 on Olsen. Had the right idea, but could not execute in his favor. And it's 7-0 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And not the way you want to start a doubleheader if you're the Spuds. Popped up. Fredrickson will make the catch. Oh, he almost fell down. That was a tremendous effort from the guy they call Freddie. 7-0 Patriots through 2.5 here at Matson. A 7 spot put on by Bismarck Century. They are rolling here at Matson Field. Tommy Fox, Alex Ryan producing today's doubleheader. And the Spuds need to get going. Offensively, on paper, they have been phenomenal, putting up a combined 37 runs in their first 3 games. Now they're down 7-0 as Colin Wilson steps up to the plate and takes the ball. The 1-0 from Cash. 1-1. One count. Wilson rips it into left field. Great piece of hitting. Base hit. Thought about 2. And the first base coach told him to hit the brakes, which he does very wisely. Leadoff single for Willie. Here's Drake Kunza stepping up. Very disciplined hitter as he took a walk in his last at-bat. Wilson back to first. Almost got picked off by Cash. Weisenberger hasn't had to use his pickoff move much. Bouncing ball, left side, could be 2. There's 1. There is 2, a double play. Great turn there by LeDuc. A 6-4-3 double play. And Colby Asham is the Spuds' last hope in this 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. The Spuds have just been ice cold. The defense and the pitching of Weisenberger. It has all been the difference makers so far. Still plenty of game left. Big swing and a miss. He was early. Lower half of the zone. Here it comes. Missed badly in the dirt to the backstop. Two and two on Asham. Here it comes. Good take. Cash has him in a 3-2 count. Asham looking to keep the inning alive, and he can't. Weisenberger cashed out in that inning, sitting down Asham, and through 3, it is still 7-0 Patriots. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV. Little bit of Metallica to get everybody jacked up and at least hopefully into the game again. Still a 7-0 lead for the Patriots going into the top of the fourth as Olsen misses the zone there. 1-0 on LeDuc, excuse me. LeDuc into left center field and a sliding catch. Carson Heinz putting his swagger suit on for that, and there's one away.
Now coming to the plate, second baseman number 19,
That one was for his big brother, right there. Carson Heinz is just that dude, ladies and gentlemen. He can play. Robbing LeDuc of a leadoff double, one away here in the top of the fourth. And a 2-0 count on Juma. Carter Olsen is trying to rely on his off speed as he does right there. That had a lot of drop to it. A nice changeup, 2-1. Pops out of the glove of Demers, and it's 3-1. Pitch 5 of the at-bat is a strike, and it's 3-2. Olsen trying to keep his command in check, which he does there. Fly ball to left, shallow. Here comes Heinz, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Bergeson was also closing in on it. But Carson was the first one to it. 2 gone here in the top of the fourth. 7-0 lead for Century on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. 1-0 on Weisenberger, who has been solid through 3. 1-1. Weisenberger to left field. This is deep, and it's gone. 8-0 Patriots. Weisenberger tees off. He better have a smile on his face. That ball was crushed into left. And it's 8-0 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. In the left, down the line, and fair. Evan Hummel digging for 2, and he's in there with a standing double. Bergeson able to cut it off. And before this game, a lot of people were thinking that the Spuds would come into this one with a high-powered offense, but the tables have turned as it's Century that is raking the ball today. And there's strike 1 from Olsen. Into left again, that's a base hit. And towards the track. Johnson into second. He's out, but he drives in a run. He drives in Hummel from second. It is 9-0 Patriots. It has just been an onslaught. The Spuds need to get it going. It has just been an absolute plethora of runs for the Patriots. And we've only played 3.5 innings, ladies and gentlemen, here at Matson Field. Tommy Fox coming to you live here on Spuds TV, of course. Alex Ryan producing. And it has been all Patriots in this game. Man of the hour has been Cash Weisenberger on the mound and at the plate. Might as well call him Gus Bus, the way he has been putting this team on his back. Good piece of hitting there, as that is a base hit for Demers. Almost got beat out there. And he's smiling. Here comes big old Freddie, Ben Fredrickson. He is 1 for 1. And coming in to pinch run for Demers will be Bert Foster. Fredrickson with a good take. Cash tried going upstairs, but Fredrickson stayed out of the cookie jar. Tried the bottom of the zone there, didn't work, and it's 2-0. Foster can definitely run. Good location there. First strike of the at-bat. Boney is on deck. Big swing and a foul tip. Goes back and hits the netting. Counts even. The 2-2 from Cash. Fredrickson gets past him and into center. What in the world was that?
Now batting for the Spuds.
Juma must have misjudged it. Fredrickson is like, what the heck just happened? As that should have been caught and potentially a double play. But the Spuds will take it as they desperately need runs. And you gotta love that Reese Boney picked Shakira for his walk-up song. And it's perfect for baseball because the hips don't lie. And as a hitter, it's all in the hips. The Spuds definitely know that. Right back to Cash. There's 1 and 2. Foster's at third, but a huge double play started by Weisenberger. It has been his afternoon so far in game 1. Here comes Carson Heinch. Heinch takes strike 1. Runner at third. Out of play. Over the backstop. And into the parking lot. Hopefully he didn't hit someone's car. Because, especially if it hits a windshield. Here comes from Cash. Missed outside. One, two. A laser out of play from Carson. Keeps the count at 1-2. Here comes. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And they're now saying it's a foul tip. And it got away from Hummel as well. So it's still 1-2 on Heinz. 9-0 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard, bottom of the fourth. This time, Cash sits him down. Weisenberger, an absolute clinic on both sides of the ball as he punches out Carson Heinz. We're through 4 here at Matson Field. Maybe some AC/DC will get these fans riled up, as well as the Spuds, as they sit in a 9-0 hole on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard here at Matson. The wind, it's still bad. It is still something that benefited Bismarck Century's pitcher Cash Weisenberger, especially mainly on his home run that he hit earlier. He still hit it hard. It probably would have still went out, but the wind definitely helped a ton. Carter Olson back to work. He's behind 2-0. It is Quinn Carlson. His second at-bat, or excuse me, his third at-bat of the game. He is 1 for 2. Make it almost a strikeout, as I'm predicting that Olson gets the punch out here, and I jinxed it. Sorry for that for the folks back home. 5-pitch at bat leads to a walk. One on, nobody out to start the 5th. Carter Olson sitting at 49 pitches. 1-0 is over Fredrickson and into left. That took a bad bounce. Kralik with a prayer, I'm sure, before the pitch, and he got it. It definitely worked in dividends. One of the luckiest hits you'll ever see. And that is a problem at Matson. There are a few divots in the ground, in the field, leading to that single. Here's Micah Hummel. Lays down a bunt. And almost, it's going to get away from Kunza. 1 run is in, runner to third. And it's 10-0. Olson can't believe it. The better option was to just underhand toss it. But Micah Hummel was running with a full head of steam up the first baseline. And the lead's up to double digits on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And that gets away from Olsen as he's hit by the pitch. Brubakken is aboard. Ten runs on 9 hits and 3 errors. In the air to left, Heinz squeezes the glove. First out of the 5th. First and second, 1 out. On the pop-up from Leduc. Bouncing ball, foul ball. Juma fouled it off of himself. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip. Now it's 0-2 on Juma. Juma is 0 for 3 and has struck out twice. Pop-up, Demers calling for it. Nope, it'll be Fredrickson. Both Demers, Olsen, and Freddie converged. And there's 2 out. Here is Cash Weisenberger. He's 1 for 3, but he still made a huge impact. Of course, hitting a home run in his last at-bat. Right to Fredrickson. 2 plays made by the big man at third base. A 10-0 lead for the Patriots. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV. Weisenberger back on the bump for the Patriots as his team leads 10-0 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. They are really starting to smell a Game 1 victory. Bismarck Central will have another doubleheader coming up against Bismarck, the Devils, tomorrow. As the Devils come in with a record of 4-10. Here comes Tay Rich. He's 0 for 1. Already plays varsity, or plays on varsity rather, for football as a wide receiver, so you know that he has wheels. And he's only a freshman too. That's what makes it more impressive. The fact that he can get onto varsity for baseball Titan Bergeson did the same thing last year. Turned a lot of heads in his rookie campaign. Right, Rich trying to do the same thing, as that is long gone.
Home run, Tay Wright.
Tay Rich goes deep, and the Spuds are on the board. So it is 10-1 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard, and we're going to have a mound visit. One more, theoretically, for the Patriots, if this isn't a pitching change, and it's not. And I'm mistaken. It is indeed a pitching change, a pitching swap for Bismarck Century. So Cash Weisenberger is finished. And we'll return shortly here on Spuds TV with the Patriots up 9. A pitching swap for the Patriots as Cash Weisenberger's day is finished, as Jackson Herman will come out of the pen. And Kent Schweigert, the manager, or rather the coach, I guess this isn't MLB, but he has to be incredibly proud of the effort Cash put up in this game. It goes over the head of the left fielder, and Titan Bergeson with a double. And now all of a sudden the offense is starting to get going. That went over the head of Hummel. Here comes Colin Wilson. Bergeson in scoring position with nobody out. He takes the ball upstairs. One-0. Wilson, a big swing and a miss. Counts even. Wilson waits and takes the ball. And one thing's for certain. The University of Mary is going to be getting an absolute stud in Cullen Wilson, 2-1. Big swing and a miss. Good fastball that time from Herman. Wilson is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. He stays alive. 3-2. Spuds trying to crawl their way back into this one. The payoff. And that's a good sign. An excellent sign for things to come as Drake Kunza is stepping up to the plate. And it is honestly a beautiful day here at Matson Field. The wind starting to die down just a little bit. Still big gusts every now and then. Kunza, big hack at a fastball upstairs, and it's 0-1. Kunza grounded into a double play his last time up. He launches one to center field. Didn't get enough on it. It'll be a sac fly. Sounded good, but he didn't get enough. And the first out of the inning is a fly ball to center from Kunza. And you gotta love this. Colby Asham, for his walk-up song, chose a song sung by Ed Helms, or voice actor from the Lorax, How Bad Can I Be? Well, Asham's, that song kind of describes Asham well, and that's in a good way. As he shows a ton of poise, especially under pressure. He's known as the pup, or player under pressure. 1-0. High and tight. 2 balls, no strikes. On the Spuds DH. Three and 0. And Herman is starting to lose his command a little bit. Hopefully he can find the zone. And he can't. Another walk. 2 in the inning. And the bases are juiced. For Jack Demers. And the walk-up songs just from all of these Spuds players, just phenomenal. Their taste in music is phenomenal. Them as a team, just phenomenal. And will we have a pitching change in this inning? As Herman is having a on-mound discussion with the assistant coach. Hopefully to get him back into his groove as the Patriots trying to cling on to a enormous lead, but the Spuds never shy away from scoring runs as Demers takes a strike. He had Bert Foster pinch run for him after he hit a single in his last at bat, and the count's even. One. Demers into right field. It's into right for a base hit, and Jack Demers makes it 10-2. They go station to station, and Demers goes to the dugout, and Foster goes to first.
Now batting for your Spuds, number 23.
So an RBI single
Fredrickson.
for Jack Demers, and it's 10-2. Gets away from Hummel, but the first base coach telling Bert Foster no. Asham at second. Foster at first. It gets away, and Wilson is in, and it's 10-3 on a wild pitch. And the Patriots are going to possibly make a change, as they will have another pitcher warming up in the pen. So Asham scoots to third. Foster at second, one away. It's now 10-3 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And Ben Fredrickson is up. He is the definition of clutch. Had 2 walk-offs in one day last year. He played on junior varsity, hit a walk-off bomb. Then he plays on varsity and hits a walk-off single. Clutch is in his DNA. 3-0, and he takes a walk. Discipline is also in his genetic code. And not only did Ben Fredrickson hit 2 walk-offs in one day, it was on his birthday. So, if anything, that's probably the best you could ever ask for. Now, of course, there's getting a car for your birthday, but I'm sure Fredrickson will take it any day, as a strike is taken by Boney. So a 4-pitch walk given up to Fredrickson. Boney's behind 0-2. Herman deals and strikes him out. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Herman went to the off-speed and sits down Boney to bring up Carson Heinz with the bases full, and he takes a strike. It would be huge for the Pats to get out of this jam. Heinz into right, a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Foster. Throw in is cut off. Throw home, not in time. Carson Heinz. A 2-run single to right, and it's 10-5. Here come the Spuds. Fredrickson is at third. Heinz at first. It is a brand new ball game. And Tay Rich, who hit a bomb his last at bat, has a chance to do it again. And he takes a strike. So obviously, as shown, Rich has shown a ton of power. In the left, base hit. Fredrickson is in. Tay Rich joins the hit parade, and it's a 4-run game. This is why you never count the Spuds out. They are just ruthless. Ten to 6 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And Titan Bergeson will step up to the plate, and he fouls one into left field, out of play. Someone needs to go get that. I'm sure there's a lot of people sitting there. A free souvenir. Why would you pass up that? 0-1. Bergeson, bouncing ball, left side, gobbled at third, and that's the inning. But a 6-run fifth for the Spuds. They are back in it. It's 10-6. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen, but the Spuds are 4 runs away from tying this bad boy up at 10 apiece. Tommy Fox coming to you from Matson Field on a gorgeous April afternoon. Alex Ryan producing today's doubleheader. This is game 1. And the Spuds are down 10-6 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Olsen is back on the bump. He is at 57 pitches after taking over for Lincoln Marquardt back in the second, who exited for injury purposes. 0-1 incoming. Popped up. Demers tracking it down. He can't make the catch. That is a really tough thing to do if you're a catcher. A pop-up straight in the air. And not to mention the wind makes it even more difficult. But luckily for the Spuds, it's an 0-2 count on Evan Hummel. Olsen deals. Nearly sent him to the dugout, but he misses outside. One, two. Another pop-up out of play. Hits the tower. Someone's there to scoop it up. And a free souvenir for that guy. Another 1-2 from Olsen. A little high in the zone. Tried to go top shelf. But Hummel wouldn't bite. The 2-2 from Olsen. Another pop-up. Demers trying to get it this time. He does. A great effort from Demers. And an even better battle from Hummel. One away here in the top of the 6th. Here comes Aiden Johnson. Johnson is 2 for 2 with a walk. He has an RBI double and a single, and he takes the ball. Counts even. Olsen has been doing a lot better. Despite the score, he has been able to get his command back in crucial times and at-bats. Ground ball through the hole and into left. A base hit for Johnson, and he's 3 for 3. Tomorrow on Spuds TV, there will be girls softball against the St. Cloud Crush. Estimated game time is at 5 o'clock. Girls softball has been very solid this year. And so is girls lacrosse. They are in action on Saturday. And we will make sure to keep you posted on our Spuds TV socials regarding our streaming schedule, as that one is fouled back in 0-2. Johnson at first, one away. Olsen getting set on the mound. Quinn Carlson, feet set, ready to attack. He doesn't, and he takes the ball. That was a very good pitch from Olsen. Doesn't get the call, but he's still ahead of the count at 1-2. His fastball seems dialed in. Right between the eyes, and strike 3. Two gone here in the 6th. Here comes Joey Kralik, and he takes a big swing at that and is down 0-1. Momentum seems to be shifting the Spuds' way. Fouled back. Looked like that was going to hit a car, but luckily it didn't, as it must have hit the fence. Regardless, no balls, 2 strikes on Kralik. Olsen deals. Tried some off-speed outside, couldn't get him to bite, and it's 1-2. Kralik trying to keep the inning going. And he does for the moment, as this one skips in front of Demers. Good block from Jack. Kralik was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat of the game, and he has 2 singles. He pops it up right here. Not quite towards our cameras, but almost, as Kunza makes a running catch to end the inning. To the bottom of the 6th we go here at Matson Field. The Spuds trying to make the comeback of the year. Cohen Wilson will lead off the bottom of the 6th as the Spuds look to climb their way back into this game as they put up 6 in the 5th. And Wilson takes a strike to begin things here in the bottom of the 6th. Jackson Herman back in action. Wilson with a good take there as he gets the count knotted at 1-1. Herman deals. Strike two, right by him. Herman working ahead. 1-2. He struck him out. One down in the sixth.
Now batting for your Spuds, the first baseman.
Kunza, his fourth at bat of the game. He hit a deep fly ball to center his last time up as he fouls it back out of play. Spuds running out of time. Herman is definitely doing a good job of keeping them off balance as he is not wasting any time. Right back to action with the 1-1. Good take from Kunza. Asham is on deck. Spuds down 4. 10-6 game in the bottom of the sixth. 2-1 delivery on the way. Kunza with a drive to right. And he makes the catch. Out number 2 as Quinn Carlson squeezes the glove. Right place at the right time as Colby Asham steps up with 2 out. Swing and a miss. Boy, that was a nasty changeup. Asham was way out in front of it. Herman with the ball. And it's now 1-1 on the Spuds DH. Snapping in there for strike 2. That was another perfect pitch from Herman. 1-2 to Asham. He got him! Herman with a 1-2-3 inning, keeping the Spuds at bay to the top of the 7th. Here at Matson Field, a 10-6 lead for the Pats. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV. Top of the 7th. Here at Matson Field, the Spuds down 10-6 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Tommy Fox, Alex Ryan producing today's doubleheader. Carter Olson back on the bump. He is at 81 pitches. And despite the damage that has been done, he hasn't done terrible. Salvold trusts him enough to keep him in the game, as he doesn't want to utilize too many of his pitchers going into game 2. And the consensus is that Colin Wilson's going to be on the bump for game 2, but it's not determined yet. But that seems to be the trending possibility. It is an 0-2 count now. Olson deals. Struck him out. Froze him. Micah Hummel is out number 1. Here is Brubachen. Ground ball to Fredrickson. 2 out. Across the diamond. Fredrickson makes it look easy. And routine plays like that are definitely helpful regarding the fact that the Spuds have 3 errors in this game. One of them came off a pickoff attempt. And a couple of them have come off of botched double plays, as this one is down the right field line and foul. As Ben LeDuc sits at a 2-1 count with Olson. Into left, a base hit. He goes oppo. And he keeps the inning alive for Bismarck Century. Point A to point B went LeDuc. As that was just perfect hitting, going opposite field. And he takes off. Demers, throw it down to second, in front of Wilson and not in time. LeDuc got a good jump. And the throw was low too from Olson. So is that one in the dirt. A great block from Demers. Spuds trying to escape this 7th inning. Slow roller, tough play for Fredrickson. Fredrickson throws, and he's safe. Throw back to third. Almost got away from Bergeson. That was going to be a tough play whether Fredrickson liked it or not. And I'm sure he knew it. So that'll be an infield hit for Juma. LeDuc at third, Juma at first. 2 out. Foul back. Weisenberger is 1 for 4 with a homer. And did the base just come off? I think that's what they're discussing right now. We're at third base. And they're getting a new base. Must have just popped out of its original place. And as they resolve this situation, we'll step aside here on Spuds TV. So they got a new base in at third, as the original one just popped out of nowhere. Ben LeDuc pointed it out, and we're back in action. Unpaused and ready to go. This one's launched into left, and it's fair and off the wall, and it's underneath the fence. And Heinz is saying, and they're saying it's a home run. A home run for Cash Weisenberger, his second of the game. Three-run dagger for Cash. And that might have stunted the Spuds' hopes of possibly making a last run. And it's 1-0. From this angle, it looked like he hit it underneath the fence, kind of like how if you were to hit a ball at Wrigley Field and it goes into the ivy. But according to Heinz, it was able to sneak its way out of the ballpark for a home run. The 1-1. And Olsen starting to lose his mojo as that one misses again. He's at 97 pitches. And a walk. So we'll see what Selvey wants to do. If he's going to keep him or if he's going to let them play it out. They had 2 outs before they gave up any base runners. And here comes Coach Selvey. And we will have a pitching change. Fredrickson will be on the mound. He'll move out of his third base spot and take over for the Spuds as they are gasping for air here at Matson Field. Ben Fredrickson is on the mound in relief for the Spuds. Carter Olson will move to third. No other changes for the Spuds as they are down 7 on the Muscatella Subaru scoreboard. 13-6 as Cash Weisenberger just hit his second home run of the game, a three-run shot. And that might have sealed the deal for game 1 as Fredrickson fires in a strike. Here is Aiden Johnson, a chance to keep the inning going. But he's behind 0-2 and 2 fastballs from Fredrickson. But as we know, the Spuds, they're never out of it. But after that 5th inning, it looks like offensively they've run out of gas. And Fredrickson upset at himself as he hits Johnson. Or excuse me, yes, Johnson. Quinn Carlson is up now. He struck out his last time up. He struck out looking against Olson. in the dirt for ball one. Runners at first and second, 2 out, 1-0 from Frederickson. And off the fist and towards the Patriots dugout. Evens the count at 1-1. Hopefully the Spuds can get one more spark. They are down 7 as that strike is in from Frederickson. Wind is starting to pick up again. Frederickson strikes him out. The Spuds on their last life here, going into the bottom of the 7th. They are down 13-6 here in game 1. The last stand for the Spuds as they're down 13-6 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. 3 outs and the Spuds are done for here in game 1. They'll have a chance for redemption in game 2. As Jack Demers will start the inning as the wind continues to billow here at Matson Field. As you can hear it, a couple players have already lost their caps trying to make plays. Demers fouls it back. Big swing. Trying to loosen himself up. Here comes the 0-1 pitch now. Great pitch, an even better take from Demers. Counts even. And Herman has done well in the last inning. Hit the tree, hit a branch of the big tree by the press box. And that saved a car there. Swing and a miss. Demers is down on strikes, 1 away here in the 7th. Here is Ben Frederickson, who was on the bump for the Spuds in the top of the 7th. Takes it high. Herman deals. Frederickson rips it into the gap. That's down. That'll help. Frederickson wheeling for second. He's in there standing with a double. And Reese Boney will have a chance to send him home and keep the inning alive. If you have any bets on what might happen, you might as well put them in now, as this inning could get insane. You never know with these Spuds. Boney takes the ball. He's out of the count 1-0. Boney couldn't pull the trigger, and it's strike one. Herman evens the count at 1-1. He deals again. That time it was a good take from Boney as he watches a curveball almost go into the dirt. 2-1 to count. Herman's command has been on point. Boney pops it up and out of play. Off the warehouse roof. Not sure where it went after that. There it is. Off the roof. Somebody's going to go get it. 2-2. Boney fouls it back again. Good job at staying alive. Five pitch at bat so far. Carson Heinz on deck. Boney swings and misses. 2 away here in the 7th. Spuds down to their final out, and it's Carson Heinz. Just a miraculous changeup. Herman threw to Boney as Heinz takes one inside. In there for strike one. Herman is definitely dialed in here. Trying to deliver the knockout punch here in game one. Herman. Heinz up the middle, a base hit. Fredrickson rounding third. He's going back as he put on the brakes. That was a smart decision. And Carson Heinz keeps the hopes alive, and Tay Rich, the young buck, coming to the plate. We'll see if clutch is in his DNA. And even if it is, and the game ends up ending after this at-bat, the Spuds still put up a tremendous effort as Rich fouls it back. They definitely got a bad draw when Marquardt left the game. The 1-1 to Rich. Blown away, 2-1. Rich waits. Herman looks back at first. In there for strike two. Spuds down to their final strike. The 2-2 pitch. Herman deals. Down and away. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and a full count. Herman looking to slam the door. He can't do it just yet as Rich takes a walk, and Bergeson, with the bases loaded, is coming up.
Now batting for the Spuds, number 3, tight end, Ferguson.
And here comes a mound visit. It'll be indeed a pitching change. Herman's finished. A valiant effort. And the Spuds, trying to stay alive with the bases full in the bottom of the 7th, will step aside. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV. Kelson Kunerna on the mound to try to finish off these Moorhead Spuds as they have the bases full, and Tyne Bergeson stepping up into the batter's box. A lefty-lefty battle, a smart decision. One and 0 on Bergeson. 2 and 0. And if Bergeson can get ahead of the count and shift the momentum to his side, it'll be extremely helpful. 3 and 0. Kuderna maybe has the heebie-jeebies right now, or the jitters, as Bergeson draws a 4-pitch walk. Fredrickson crosses the plate, and it's a 6-point game, or 6-run game. Same thing, ladies and gentlemen. Wilson takes a ball. Carson Heinz is at third, Rich at second, and Bergeson at first. And Hummel is going to have a discussion with his lefty pitcher. Five straight balls thrown. Wilson ready. Kuderna is also ready. This time he fires in a strike. Something he desperately needed after throwing 5 straight balls. 2-1 to Wilson. He's dialed in now. Counts even. The 2-2. Wilson stays alive as he fouls one into the tree and out of play. Kelson Kuderna. Will he slam the door? He will! He froze him! Patriots take game 1. They can take a deep breath for now. 13-7 the final score of game 1 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And the player of the game for the Patriots, it'll be Cash Weisenberger. 2 home runs, including a 3-run shot that pretty much sealed the game for Bismarck Century. Game 2 will be around the corner, so stick around here on Spuds TV. Game 2 coming up next.